Hello there, and welcome to Fabulous Folklore, the podcast for all things folklore, occult, and just a bit weird. I'm your host, Icy Sedgwick, blogger, fantasy author, and your guide into these rather mysterious realms. I've got some rare things to show you, so come on in, take a look around, but be careful not to touch anything. These things sometimes bite. Well, hello there everyone, and welcome to the first of a series of Festive Folklore episodes that are coming to you with the help of some of my fabulous folklore friends. And you know it's important because I'm using alliteration. I'm delighted that my first set of podcasting pals is the Loremen, otherwise known as Alasdair Beckett-King and James Shakeshaft. How the devil are you both?
Is the devil here?
Always.
The Christmas devil. It's a Christmassy devil. He's fun. He's fun to be around.
Yeah. When is the devil's birthday? Like, if Christmas is Jesus's birthday, does the devil have his own?
I think that's when the clocks go back, isn't it?
Yeah.
We get to a year,
forward.
like
Got to be forward.
I'll be honest, I don't know which is which. I get confused by both.
Oh, sorry. Listen, for the listeners that don't know, I'm James, and that was Alasdair. Alasdair is a British summertime denier.
I am a British summertime truther. There's no such thing. It's GMT the whole time.
He doesn't believe you can save daylight.
We spend half the year lying about what time it is.
Alasdair, can I ask, do you deny that there's a thing called British summertime because you're from the northeast of England?
I haven't seen it. All I can say is I haven't seen it. Doesn't look like it's that sunny where I'm from.
Yeah, we don't really do summer here. No, not at all.
We don't need it.
But never mind summer, we're here for talking about Christmas, and it does feel a bit weird talking about that as we are recording in November. But I mean, there's been Christmas stuff in the shops in September, so it's fine.
There's hot cross buns out already, by the way.
What?
There's in the supermarket near me. They've got your mince pies.
You can buy a mince pie and a hot cross bun at the same time.
You could make a mince pie hot cross bun sandwich, which is copyrighted now, actually. So I've said that on record. Yeah, you could do that right now. Well, not right now because it's nighttime.
I think someone's gone beyond denying British summertime and has just collapsed all seasons into one supermarket by the sound of things.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, I once found a letter I wrote to Santa when I was in class 5 where I did ask him for an Easter egg, so I was quite clearly ahead of my time.
That's good work.
Very good.
Forward thinking, man, that's where it was.
Get on his good side. He's definitely gone in with the bunny.
Santa's going to be reading that like, that's not even me. That's not even me. I don't even do eggs.
Hey, buddy, I got your mail again.
Straight under the bad pile.
Oh, anyway, the joy of the 80s. So both of you have got Christmas festive stuff for everybody who's listening, I'm hoping. James, you've got a whole grab bag of fun stuff. That sounds wrong.
Shakeshaft grab bag.
I've got this pamphlet, which I'm holding up to the camera. It's called Christmas Customs and Folklore. And it's a pamphlet. It's held together by Staples.
Nice. He's caressing the Staples listener.
Oof. It's from 1970. It's the Discovering Guide series of books.
Is that an original 1970 or is it a reprint?
No, yeah, it was first published 68, reprinted October 70.
The publisher, though.
Oh, the publisher, yes, is the Shire Publications of Tring.
I just love how Tolkien-esque that is.
Yeah, very nice. Tring is a place. I don't know if people in the north are aware of that, broadly speaking. There is a place called Tring.
It's got.
We've tried to talk to them about the name, but they insist.
That's got a quite good museum in it. It's got like a sidebar of the Natural History Museum. It's got like the mini version. It's got like the offcuts kind of thing.
Yes, the Big Brother's little brother of the Natural History Museum.
Yeah, it's the guy that did the Natural History Museum. He was from Tring, and he's got this mini version. It's all really crammed in. There's a little section in this, so it's broken down into all different sections. The origins, Christmas customs and ceremonies, Christmas food and drink, and the one I want to talk about is Christmas folklore and superstition. Excellent. So I'm sure many people know of things like these. of stories like these. So the main one is that that bees are supposed to hum the 100th psalm at midnight on Christmas Eve, and farm animals will speak amongst themselves on Christmas Eve. But any attempt to overhear what they say is highly dangerous.
Right. So they are doing it, but you can't hear it.
No, presumably because they're talking about you or something. And
How do we know they did it then?
I don't know. If a cow mutters in a field and there's no one around to hear it on Christmas Eve, I don't know the rest of the phrase.
Is that folklore philosophy then?
I think so, yes. What's the sound of one cow muttering? And I'm sure you guys even know about the common belief that cattle turn to the east at midnight on Christmas Eve and bow.
Yes, I do, but only because you've told me that.
Towards Jesus. Presumably
towards Jesus, yeah.
In the east of Jerusalem, they turn to the west, north, south, north. I think those are all the angles, right? I think we've got all the angles covered.
I think you have covered all the angles, yeah.
But that, and in some places, the cattle do it on Old Christmas Eve, which was the 5th of January, which ignored, because apparently the calendars were altered as recently as it was 1752. That's not even that long ago in, Bible terms. We're really getting Jesus's birthday wrong.
Does that mean he gets 2 then?
Oh, is he like the king or queen?
Did they
of
move
England?
It? Did they move it because of Christmas? To separate his birthday and Christmas out, just to make presents a bit easier for him.
Because was he getting joint presents the whole time? Like,
yeah.
Just put it on the same day.
But
makes it easier for everyone.
Put them just about a week or so apart. Perfect.
Yeah. And since a cock was said to have been the first to proclaim Jesus's birth by crying "Christus natus est," I'm not sure about the pronunciation.
The cockerel speaks Latin.
The cockerel speaks Latin in them days. I suppose that's current in them days.
That was before they brought out the common tongue.
Yeah, modern crow.
English.
Yeah, old crow.
Before Protestants replaced all of those crows with English-speaking crows
to make the crows more accessible. Yeah, no, you're right. It was a cock. It was a cock. It was a cockerel. But it crowed, and that's how I got confused.
There's no difference. Oh, did we say crow? I'm sorry.
We said a crow because it was a cockerel that crowed, which
that
is to be fair, that's the first time I've realised how, that's bad SEO.
Yep, and crows caw.
Yeah.
Well, at least they don't cockerel. Well, it makes sense if crows cockereled.
It'd be awful if the crows cocked. That would be the last thing. They're sinister enough as it is.
This is clearly the bit that I'm going to cut out as a clip and put on social media.
And peacocks shout Neil. They're just looking for their mate Neil. Neil. But yeah, so if a cock crowed on Christmas Eve, that's good luck, and it says that cocks do all crow on Christmas Eve, and that includes weathercocks. They will join in.
On the ones on the top of buildings?
Yes, the metal ones.
That's quite impressive.
Yeah, really.
Unimpressively, any dog which howled would be shot at once.
Oh!
Hardcore.
Oh, that's not really the spirit of the season.
No, well, it said that that animal would go mad before the year was out, before the new year was out. So just pop. Yeah. Fido's going down.
Oh, no.
Yeah. If you ate bread that had been baked on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, it's a good remedy for diarrhea.
Right.
Just so you know, if anyone's got any problems this Christmas.
With the richness of festive food, I would have thought, if anything, constipation was more of a threat.
Maybe that's where the fallacy came from.
Yeah, I see that. Yes, it's.
Yeah, I ain't going anywhere. Round my way in Oxfordshire, a single girl would bake a dumb cake whilst fasting on Christmas Eve. A dumb cake, being a type of cake, is not just someone having a pop at a cake. and prick it with her initials and leave it on the hearthstone. And at midnight, her future husband's double would enter the room, add his initials, and leave.
I mean, it
That's
is a
got a little
rom-com
bit-
waiting to happen.
That's a real meet cute.
It
By the
sounds a little bit-
hearthstone.
It's got a bit of a putting your tooth under your pillow vibe. I feel like maybe, or leaving mince pies out. It feels like maybe someone else is coming in and just someone who isn't a ghost is writing that second initial. Maybe.
Maybe it
Call me
says
cynical?
if the door has to be left open, and if by accident it was closed, the results would be dire. But I don't know. I like the meet cute of what if the girl, the maid, the Oxfordshire maid, she meets the double, or she falls for the double rather than the real one.
Ooh.
There we go.
Yeah.
Here now we're
Oh,
talking. This is
yeah.
the film By the Hearthstone. I think that's too boring a name. Christmas by the Hearthstone. That's even worse. Sorry guys. Never make a besom broom during the 12 days. Just if you're thinking
Oh,
about
well,
it.
my plan's completely ruined then.
Yeah.
We've been doing nothing but making besom brooms.
Well, as long as you don't do it during the 12 days of Christmas, you should be fine.
I've just got stacks of hazel rods and all bits of brush. What's the name of the brush that they make brushes out of? Is it brush? What's it called?
The
I feel like
bush.
I should know that.
Yeah. That they
Is
make...
that the brush, like the underbrush?
Is it?
I don't know. I'm not a
Neither do I.
broomsman.
I
I'm
can't
not a
remember.
broomsmith. Just a couple of things. In Lincolnshire, a child born on Christmas Day was especially favoured and gifted, probably because they're the poster boy of Lincolnshire, Sir Isaac Newton, was born on Christmas Day,
Oh, cool.
and they could potentially have psychic powers. In Berkshire, you'll hear subterranean bells in mining areas.
That
And
sounds like mildly sort of, I don't know, creepy rather than something you might want to hear.
yeah, I think so. Although it says that it would be in the place where the richest load of ore would be.
Oh, okay, so actually quite cool then.
So you kind of want to sort of find out where it is. Yeah.
I'm sorry to jump back, but I looked up what the stuff that they make brooms out of was
Oh,
called.
go on.
Broom.
No.
Yeah, that's where it came from.
Right. Okay then. Thomas Passenger, who lived at the Three Bibles and Star on Old London Bridge, he had a great reputation for his popular histories, and he knew about weather law. He said, if on New Year's Day in the morning you see dusky red clouds, it denotes strifes and debates amongst great ones and many robberies to happen that year.
Oh, that's like a sun prophecy. I think we were talking about those a few episodes ago on Loremen. I think the sun and wind prophecies that you get over New Year's.
Yes, yeah. If the sun shines clear and bright on Christmas Day, it promiseth a peaceable year from clamours and strife, and foretells much plenty to ensue. But if the wind blows stormy towards sunset, it betokeneth sickness in the spring and autumn quarters.
Oh, me autumn quarters.
Oh, did you know 31st December is the day Judas was born?
Really?
Yeah, apparently, according to this, which bears out, I have always maintained 31st of December is the worst day to have a birthday.
Yeah.
Because you're not having your own party. Everyone's always going out, and people literally count down to it not being your birthday anymore.
Yeah.
A big celebration that it's no longer your day. No, I mean, that just sort of looking at supervillain origins, that might be why Judas did what he did.
Yeah. That's really made him more sympathetic. It's humanized Judas.
Because he got grumpy at his birthday parties.
Yeah.
But speaking of Judas and Jesus, on the Holy Thorn of Glastonbury would blossom on the 6th of January, because that is the original Jesus's birthday.
Yes.
From pre-1752, as discussed. So there you go.
Well, the sixth day of January is mentioned in the Cherry Tree Carol, which is a story, a song about Joseph and Mary while pregnant. More Mary than Joseph on on that front.
Yeah.
Strolling in the cherry trees, and
Well, that's nice.
Joseph has just found out that she's pregnant and it's not his, so he's
Oh.
miffed. And she says, Joseph, won't you pick me some cherries? And he says, no, I'm not going to pick you any cherries. And then he says, let the father of your baby pick cherries for you. And then that's what happens.
Is this
the
a
cherry
hymn?
trees, this is a hymn, but then the cherry trees, under God's power, bend down to the earth so that she can reach the trees, proving to Joseph that actually it was God who was.
That's a bit of a like sort of rub it in your face move from God, though, isn't it?
It's a real flex from God. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does Joseph change his tune about it all after all that?
I think so. Yeah. After that, he realised because if she, when she said it was God, he probably went like, "Oh yeah, all right. Well, come on, let's do a David Blaine style trick," and he immediately did.
But they didn't have Jerry Springer.
Like, whoa! And just ran around the streets
Like that GIF. He
Like
just
that
looks
GIF.
like that GIF that time.
Then he just acted like that GIF where the guy goes, "Whoa!"
Yeah, I know the one. Yeah.
But
Well,
there's
I
a weird
suppose-
thing in that. Sorry, go ahead, James.
Well, I was just supposed they didn't have like a Jerry Springer or DNA test or anything in those days. So the only way you can do it was with Cherry Tree via the medium of picking cherry.
Yeah, it was the only way to find out.
I think I might have just stumbled on another meaning in there, but I don't want to say it.
I think we're all thinking it.
Right. Yeah, well, I was a little bit slow.
In the version that I've listened to, there's a weird bit because Mary has the baby, and then she sits him on his knee, and then he says some things, and then at the end of it, he predicts that his birthday will be the 6th of January. On the 6th day of January, my birthday shall be. But like, you were born 3 verses ago, Jesus. Like that's not impressive to predict your birthday. It's impressive that you are a talking baby.
Yes.
But
yeah. A 3-verse-old baby.
Yeah, but you know your birthday by this time. Come on.
It's established, yeah.
But he says, I shall not be rocked in silver or gold, but in some humble cradle, I think, like babes are rocked all.
Are you sure this is a hymn?
Cradle that rocks on the mold. Well, it's
this sounds like a 70s glam song. I will not be rocked.
He's saying, he's saying I'm not to be treated specially like a king. He says I'm humble, is what he's saying. I'm a humble little baby Jesus.
Anti-capitalist him then.
Very. Speaking of, if you want to hear about Jesus Christ, ultimate serial killer, as he's known on Loremen.
Yes.
There's another one, which I was just reading about on hymnsandcarolsofchristmas.com, but I think the source for this is Edith Rickert's Ancient English Christmas Carols from 1910 or 1914. There's a song I know called, I know it is Bitter Withy, but it's also called Three Jolly Jerdins.
Right, those are 2 very different vibes, aren't they? Bitter Withy sounds a bit more like that previous one with like Moaning Joseph.
It is a lot like that. Now, the Jolly Jerdins are 3 boys, 3 posh lads. Now, Jerdin is a word that I think only appears in this song. So it's just a made-up word, or it must have meant something, but I don't know what it means. So in that, there's 3 kids playing football. It's just so obviously made up in England and not in Judea, or like it so clearly didn't happen where it's set. So they're just having a little kickabout in the front yard.
Just headers of volleys, yeah.
Like in those bits between terraced houses, streets, where there's the little yard and then there's a little alleyway. Presumably that's where they were having a
Ginell. Ginnell. Trying to fancy up a Ginnell.
Might be called Ginnell down your way. I think they're called Vennels in Durham.
The Ginnell is the north to me. It's just it was simply an alleyway.
And Jesus says, "Oh, can I play a little footy with you?" And they're like, "Why no, Jesus?" And they say, "No, no, we're lords, we're ladies' sons, born in a bower or hall, or something like that. But you're nothing but a poor maid's child. You were born in an ox's stall." Oh, class war. Just to be clear, I don't mean because I know I see you're from the northeast. I don't mean really good war. That is class war. I actually meant that there's clash between between the humble Jesus and these posh lads.
I can't imagine there'd be any repercussions.
These reapers are about to cush, James.
Oh,
because they he says, I'm Jesus. I'll prove it. You haven't heard of me yet, but you know, I didn't mean to quote Back to the Future there, James.
It's hard not to when talking about Jesus.
But yeah, kids are going to love it. You may not be ready for this. And then someone's on the phone call to John the Baptist. And then someone's on to John the Baptist. John the Baptist.
It's your cousin, Marvin the Baptist.
Anyway, that doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even make sense.
It sort of does.
It sort of does make sense.
And there's that bit where he hoverboards on water.
Yes. Yes. All right. New idea for the podcast. Forget everything we've done so far. We just retell the Back to the Future films as Christmas stories.
I was going to say, it kind of sounds more like blasphemy to the future at this point.
So he builds a magic Jesus bridge out of the rays of the sun, crossing a little river. And the posh boys are like, oh, jolly impressive, rather. And they hop onto it. And they're like, it's a real bridge. This is really good. And then Jesus is like, shoop! And that's the best sound I could come up with to conjure the idea of making a bridge disappear.
That's pretty good.
They plunge into the river, instantly drowned.
Oh.
And then the mothers of those three boys, all dead now, go to Mary and say, why Mary? No, I've forgotten who's posh in this. They say...
They're posh, they're ladies.
They're posh, yeah. And so they said, Mary, your rapscallion has murdered our three boys. I'm making them seem unsympathetic, but actually that is quite bad. And so, Mary calls old Jesus Christ in and says, why Jesus Christ? Did you drown them boys? Have you been drowning boys in the river?
Have you been luring children onto bridges made of sunbeams again, Jesus?
And it's like, oh yeah, what if I have? Yeah,
do you want to go on the bridge, Mum? Don't you do not this time.
And so she gets a withy, which I'm sure we know is it's a dry reed that you absolutely would not want to be whipped with. And she's like, well, that's it, trousers down, and she beats Jesus with the withy to teach him a lesson about murdering.
And again, this is a carol.
This is a Christmas carol.
From when?
At least 1910.
Well, yeah, I think the period is 1400 to 1700, quite broad. 15th to the 18th century.
So it was, it's stuck around in the top 40 of.
Yeah.
It was the Bryan Adams of its day.
Yeah.
It was the Meatloaf. I would do anything for love, but I won't do that.
But I won't drown three boys.
Brackets have a go on my bridge made of sunbeams. See, going on a bridge made of sunbeams does sound fun, but yeah. Oof.
Well, that's what a Jordan would think, James.
I'm showing my Jordan ways.
And so Jesus says, oh, bitter withy, you're causing me to smart. Because he's getting beaten.
But that's the chorus, is Jesus being
that's
upset.
The end of the song. The end of the song is Jesus gets beaten with a stick, yeah. Merry Christmas!
Wow. But he's got healing powers like Wolverine, hasn't he? It's like 3 days later, gone.
He's not... That's true. It's very hard to work out at what point in this song you would shout, it's Christmas! in that noddy hold away. There isn't really that moment.
I can't think why they don't do that one on Songs of Praise.
So yeah, that's my favourite one, because these ones all make... This is Bad Boy Jesus, really.
This is Bad Boy Teen Jesus, yeah. Because there's those standing stones, aren't there? I can't remember where they are, but they were meant to be... Wasn't it? There were some people collecting grain on the Sabbath, and Bad Boy Teen Jesus saw them and just turned them all to stone.
Stone.
Because I think
He said his
Stone be it.
Jesus' famous catchphrase, "Stone be it."
That was it, because he said to the farmer, like, "You getting grain on Sunday," which is basically my weekly birthday. And the farmer's like, "Oh no, it's just a bag full of stones." And then then Jesus, serial killer Jesus, uttered his famous catchphrase, "Stone be it," and turned the man and his bags into stone. Boom. Which is better than like
Christmas.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a better or worse end than "Do you want to go on my magic bridge, farmer? Why not take those stones over my magic bridge?"
But I think these stories come from the apocryphal gospels that didn't make it. So they're basically the outtakes of the Bible, which is called like the DVD extras.
The blooper reel.
Yes, the blooper reel. So three boys drown, and then the mic comes in, and then he just mugs the camera.
Do you want to go on my bridge?
And then they just reverse slate it, and it's very good. Reverse slate? Is that what I mean when you do it upside down at the end? I don't know.
Oh.
Because they do it the right way up at the start. And then at the end, they do it upside down if it's a end slate. That's the word I'm looking for.
Alasdair Beckett-King, you did go to film
school. I did go to film school, and after a minute, I will remember the name for a basic thing.
Have you got a favourite Jesus serial killer story, Icy?
That is probably a sentence I've never actually heard before. Off the top of my head, no. Yeah, I can't. Because all the Christmas carols I can remember nearly always have holly and ivy in them.
Dancing in the Ring.
There's lots of plants going on, which I quite like.
It took me a while to realise those were plants in the holly and the ivy dancing in the ring. But I think that's the point, isn't it?
But I quite like anti-capitalist Jesus, though. He's quite cool.
Yeah. I mean,
anti-football Jesus?
That's just the original Jesus. The original Jesus was quite anti-capitalist, but then America realised it was much more profitable to have capitalist Jesus, and he's been way, way more successful.
I've got a really horrible feeling that because of the way AI is going, at some point all of this episode is going to end up in ChatGPT, and it will confidently be certain these are actual Bible stories.
Jesus, usually known as the world's worst serial killer, was a Geordie.
Here's a question though: is he a serial killer if he kills three at the same time? Because doesn't serial imply like one after the other? Isn't that more of a mass killer?
Is he a spree?
Yeah.
In electronic terms, that would be a series killer, whereas a serial would be killing them all at the same time. So I think that is technically correct.
But in America, it'd be a season killer.
Yes. Yeah, it would be.
Well, I think we've covered a fair bit of Christmas weirdness, which is kind of why I asked you to come on. But the big question, though, I think that I'm obviously trying to avoid is, is Die Hard a Christmas film? Because I know we discussed that earlier, and obviously the resounding answer was yes.
I was not drawn on the question.
That's basically a yes.
I don't think there is such a thing as a Christmas film, so I don't. For me, the debate is meaningless.
There's a whole channel devoted to them that's been on since July.
What's that channel called?
I think it's the Christmas channel or something like that. It's like literally nothing but
Christmas Movies 24.
Can you also get Easter movies there? Because if not, I'm out.
To try and bring this back to some sort of semblance of, an episode. What do both of you two do for Christmas? Like, what Christmas traditions do you actually have? Because mine is literally watching Die Hard on Christmas Eve with my brother every year. We started by accident, and now we've started, so we'll finish.
It's good.
But like, have you got anything weird?
Christmas Radio Times.
Really?
Christmas Radio Times and a marker pen.
And then you circle which bits of the internet you're going to look at on your phone over the.
Yes, I circle the URLs.
That's a good one. Yeah, we used to do that. I'm not sure we still do get it.
We used to do. I think it was only for a couple of years. Maybe it's because I was very annoying, but I'd get to open one present on Christmas Eve.
Ooh.
And I tried to introduce that with my wife's family, and they were just like, "No, you were spoiled."
Yeah, absolutely. This is southern nonsense I'm hearing, James.
Come on our Sunbeam Bridge.
Why don't you just drown in a river?
Yeah, I think that's it. Tend to do Oh, one year I did eat the. No, I'm not going to say that because you're a vegan. That's cruel.
What did you do?
I ate the turkey's
Christmas
heart.
turkey the day earlier.
No, I ate the
To
turkey's
surprise
heart
the turkey.
on
You
a
ate the
cracker.
turkey's heart?
Yeah, and
From
I
a
was really
cracker?
ill.
I'm assuming it was cooked first.
Yeah, because it had been boiled
Oh, that's all right then.
in to help make the thing. And
That's not so much a Christmas tradition as a disgusting anecdote.
Yeah, no, I
You
was
become
really
ill
ill.
in it.
I felt really ill because it's horrible.
Yeah, you should
Would
eat
not
that bread
recommend.
that bungs you up.
Yeah, I did.
Well, back to that again.
Wow.
I needed some dumb cake. Someone always makes a particular recipe stuffing and then forgets it, and then it comes out sort of after the dinner's been eaten, and then we go, oh, and we forgot to eat the stuffing again. That's more just bad admin, I suppose.
We're kind of similar. It's a lot of Christmas films, I suppose, like you, I see. These days we try and
I
watch...
thought you didn't believe in them.
Oh no!
I put it to you, Alasdair.
Wait a minute! Objection.
Phoenix Wright style.
Imagine sweat beads appearing, anime style on my forehead. All right. Well, there are two Christmas films because I watch them, and one of them is Klaus, which is a modern classic, I think, beautifully animated 2D Spanish film, and the other, we recently discovered also the Thin Man series of films, which are screwball noirs from the 30s. And the first of those is set on Christmas Eve, and the second is set on New Year's Eve. And they're very funny mystery films that have mostly dated quite well, except for certain things, which are quite bad. But the first one is lovely. It's a really good. It seems like it's a film noir, but everybody's getting drunk, and it's Christmas. It's lovely, and there's a funny dog. Yeah, and depending on whether we're with my family or with the family of my lover and confidant, the Christmas cracker jokes play out differently, because their family, not my family, they read out the Christmas cracker joke, and then they read out the punchline, and then people go moo or whatever. Whereas in my normal family, they read out the setup of the Christmas cracker joke, and then everybody else tries to work out what the punchline to it is. Like a sort of comedic quiz for dweebs. And then they only read out the punchline if somebody doesn't get it. But quite often we come up with a better punchline.
That's good. That's good.
That's how we do it in our house.
My tradition... Tradition-wise on that front, I will... Sometimes when they have the trivia, I'll read that out as if it's a joke, because I'm just such a lovely person to be around.
That's good.
The only thing we do with Christmas crackers when we actually remember that they're there, because we used to use them to decorate the tree, and then you'd be like early January, and you're like, oops, we forgot to pull the crackers. I don't know if you remember the Christmas episode of The Good Life, when Tom's written some jokes and he gets Margot Penelope Keith to read one out in that inimitable fashion of hers. And my favourite ones, the ooh ah bird is so named because it lays square eggs. So I always feel compelled to read every Christmas cracker joke as if I'm Penelope Keith.
That's
nice.
Accent. So I'm just that cool, people.
That is cool.
The young people probably don't even know who Penelope Keith is.
Well, they jolly well should.
They probably don't even remember when she was in Die Hard.
And we're really screwing with the AI. Other question. Gremlins, Christmas film or not? The first one.
Yeah, I think so.
It's set during... I cannot stand Gremlins. I never watched it as a kid. It makes... Why would you hold an inventors convention on Christmas Eve? It's a terrible day for it. Why? Who planned this? The admin of it is just nightmarish. Makes no sense.
You do know that the town square in Gremlins is the town square from Back to the Future? Yes.
Of course, I know that.
Yes. Okay, I was just checking.
And the same town square from the Why Don't You Get a Job Offspring music video.
Oh my gosh.
Didn't know that.
You know the song? The kids
I know
probably
the song.
don't know. Penelope Keith sang it. My friend's got a girlfriend.
That would be an amazing mashup.
Ruin my algorithm by looking at that.
Yeah, yeah.
multiple times.
Oh, the last question I'm going to ask you, and then obviously I'll let you head off. The day this goes out is December the 6th, which is the Feast of St. Nicholas, which means yesterday was Krampusnacht. So, what do we
Ooh.
make of this sudden fashion for all things Krampus? Because I find it really odd that Whitby have Krampus runs when Krampus is an alpine deity, and Whitby famously not in the Alps. So, what
Whitby
do we
in
make
not
of
Alp
Krampus?
shock.
I think it's for people who like the Grinch but don't want to pretend they're not American.
Are you saying you think Krampusnacht has got too commercialized, James?
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in truth, actually, all this reminds me of is that I did a sketch about Michaelmas, as in Michaelmas were like Christmas, and now every year on Michaelmas, people message me to say Merry Michaelmas. I never remember it's Michaelmas, but I don't need to because somebody always messages me to say Merry Michaelmas, and then I get to share it again at Christmas time, even though it's about Michaelmas.
It's nice work, yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm distracted because I've got other apocryphal gospel kick stories in the background here, and I've got one where a guy drains a pool and Jesus dries the boy.
Drain be it.
He said straight away that boy was quite dried up. The words just jumped into my eyes. And another one, he kicks the hind parts off another boy or of another boy.
Wow, that's a real distinction.
With his right foot, he kicked the hinder parts of the dead boy. Oh no, he brings him back to life
by kicking his butt.
After
You
drowning
never
him.
saw that on Baywatch.
So Jesus, there's even more. I didn't realize how many more murders / resurrections he carried out as a teenager.
Yeah, does it count if he resurrected the person? Does that count on his tally?
Don't say that on Midsummer Murders.
Isn't that some sort of Munchausen's by proxy?
Just killing people and then bringing them back to life?
Yeah, gotta be bad, right? It's not the act of
It's not good news.
Yeah. It's not the act of a surgeon that isn't going to be struck off.
I'm sorry, I derailed your show with more Jesus murders.
In case you wanted to cut around them.
The Jesus murders, maybe?
Sorry, part of me thinks that's a whole new podcast waiting to happen.
Inspector Jesus investigates. Inspector Judas investigates.
Yes.
Well, when you mentioned Jesus and Judas before, I did think that would sound like an amazing either new host of Strictly or chat show.
Or like crime-fighting double act, Judas and Jesus deceased.
Yes.
Ghost Jesus haunting Judas.
Yes.
And they solve crimes.
They are the original odd couple.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, I like that. I like this. Can we copyright this as well?
Yeah,
I think that's about 3 or 4 ideas you've come.
We invented loads of good TV shows and Die Hard.
Penelope Keith and Die Hard.
And Penelope Keith's Die Hard.
And I can't believe you forgot about the hot cross bun.
Shh, we're trying to keep that. We're not ready to go to market.
I can't wait to see you two on Dragon's Den trying to sell that.
Also, on the few times that I've seen things like The Apprentice and Dragon's Den, when they say ready to take it to market, I do think of magic beans and
every
cows.
single time I think about magic beans, James.
Oh, good.
I just visualized you leading a pantomime cow. As you said, take it to market. I was like, yeah, take it to market, magic beans.
Yeah. And probably end up with some magic beans, but yeah. Good. Okay, I'm glad it's not just me.
Oh, fair enough. I'm not really quite sure how any of us can top that as a mental image. So last question, what is the biggest thing that you would like for Christmas?
We're too old, really, aren't we, James, to want things for Christmas?
Well, not even world peace.
So I was thinking because I've got everything. There's nothing that I could need. But James was literally very carefully thinking of all the many things he wants.
I'm thinking whether it's that my best friend monster the sort of purpley blue thing, which had the handcuffs, stuffed toy, or the kitchen with the, wake up daddy, breakfast ready.
What are you talking about?
I'm thinking of the Argos catalogue. I'm basically thinking of the 1989 Argos catalogue.
Like the Radio Times.
Oh.
Yeah, dare to dream. Come on.
Yeah.
I did like to imagine myself playing with them.
Do you remember they used to have computers in there, and they'd have big, chunky computers with massive monitors, all sort of
like the ones in Die Hard.
White. The computers in Die Hard, in little hutches, and I used to look through those. Go, I wish I had a computer, and now I do have a computer, and it's rubbish.
Did you get it out of an Argos catalogue?
I did, yeah.
For Christmas, though.
A compact computer.
I just want to look.
Are you actually looking Argos up now?
Looking up, James.
Oh, there is. I can't remember where it is, but you can look at scanned images of the of the Argos catalogue from different years. You can pick different years and just basically just flip through it. And
what, like a Wayback Machine for Argos?
Yes, but then you end up getting marker pen all over your screen.
I did always want, those electric cars that the kids could get, like a kid-sized electric car for driving around.
Yes.
But I think they were only for, I think quite rightly. Now, if I see a kid with one, I hate that kid. Like, look at you, overprivileged.
I feel a bit bad for
never
that kid. Yeah.
Never going to struggle a day in your life. Never going to know what it means to live.
And then you're like, hey kid, why don't you drive your little electric car over this bridge made of sunbeams?
I don't think the kid has wronged me, James. I'm not going to murder the kid. If there is a takeaway from this episode, it's that I wouldn't murder a child. So I do wish to be quoted on that.
It was, by the way, it was the Bluebird a la carte kitchen that I wanted. That's the Wake Up Daddy Breakfast Ready one from the advert. So that's what we got. A tiny little electric car for Alasdair. In order to presumably run into other kids, just like to, bash their ankles.
I'm looking at the Bluebird a la carte now, and it is a tasty bit of kit, James. Got a little spoon there for stirring the tiny little pots and pans.
Yes.
I do think, James. Now, one hates to be reductive when it comes to gender, but I do think this may be a girl's toy.
Maybe that's why I didn't get it. I just got more Transformers.
Which is ironic because I always wanted Transformers and never got them.
Oh.
You're just there slaving over a hot Bluebird a la carte kitchen.
I got lots and lots of books, which I think explains a lot.
Yeah, books
My
and books
parents
tokens.
made me what I am. And then I just borrowed my brother's Transformers. It's fine. Anyway, obviously, just while you want to go off and have a look at Argos collections of yesteryear, which I feel could be another podcast, because somebody would listen.
Somebody would listen, surely.
just review an Argos catalogue. Oh, here's one from 1973.
That is, yeah.
But yeah, obviously it's been absolutely fabulous talking to you. Because obviously I've been on your podcast, and now you've been.
Thank you for having us.
Here.
Yeah, thank you very much for having us.
Merry Christmas to you and to the listeners. Hello, Icy's listeners. Merry Christmas.
And tell everyone where they can find you in case anyone hasn't come across you before.
Oh, it's the internet.
Yeah,
Internet. Called in your own Radio Times.
I'm in the Radio Times, but no, I'm not. I'm on the internet.
It's the podcast is called Loremen, which is spelled
www.alacartekitchen.com.
Reviewed. Unboxing. Loremen, Loremen. Loremen. Loremen.
Law as
like
in
folklore.
Men, as in just guys.
Yeah, just
Blokes.
some guys. And it was kind of a pun on lawmen, like cowboys and that. But it doesn't work in anyone's accent. But we talk about folklore things around Christmas time. We talked a bit about Jesus because it was his birthday.
We talk about Christmas pigs a lot for some reason.
It's somehow morphed into talking about pigs around Christmas time.
We talk about pigs.
It's
mostly a pig-based podcast these days.
I've got some fresh pigs. I've got some fresh Christmas pigs for us.
Some hot pork.
Yeah.
just in.
Yes. That we're going to be talking about this year, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Cool. And I did it, was it last year or the year before? Time's lost all meaning.
It was last year, and you talked about specific. Yeah, so we did lots of mini episodes last year, and you were telling us about the pig associated
Amityville horror one.
Jodie.
Yes.
Was it Jodie? The
Jodie
pig
the
associated with the
demon
Amityville horror. Yes, that was a lot of fun. And you've been on another non-Christmas themed
Mhm.
episode, which featured graveyards.
Yes.
Yeah, graveyard ghosts.
Well, that's the vibe I bring to any party, let's be honest. Well, it's been lovely having you, and I hope everyone goes off and checks out what you've been doing. And a very Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you very much.
Well, thanks for listening, and I hope you enjoyed that episode. If you did, feel free to leave a review wherever you listen to podcasts, because that helps other people find the show too. It also takes between 4 and 6 hours to research, write, record and edit these episodes, so if you want to help support my time in doing that, then you can buy me a coffee. Or you can join the Fabulous Folklore family on Patreon and enjoy extra benefits, including exclusive episodes and articles and even illustrated talks. All the links you need are below, and thanks in advance.